Gunman kills 18 children, 3 adults in Texas grade school. An 18-year-old gunman opened fire Tuesday at a Texas elementary school, killing at least 18 children as he went from classroom to classroom, officials said, in the latest gruesome moment for a country scarred by a string of massacres. The assailant was killed by law enforcement. The death toll also included 3 adults, according to State Senator Roland Gutierrez, who said he had been briefed by state police. But it was not immediately clear whether that number included the attacker. The massacre at Robb Elementary School in the heavily Latino town of Uvalde was the deadliest shooting at a U.S. grade school since a gunman killed 20 children and 6 adults at Sandy Hook Elementary in Newtown, Connecticut, almost a decade ago. The attack came just 10 days after a deadly, racist rampage at a Buffalo, New York, supermarket that added to a years-long series of mass killings at churches, schools and stores. And the prospects for any reform of the nation's gun regulations seemed at least as dim as in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook deaths. "My heart is broken today," said Hal Harrell, the school district superintendent, announcing that all school activities were canceled until further notice. "My heart is broken today." The gunman, who was wearing body armor and had hinted on social media of an upcoming attack, crashed his car outside the school and went inside armed, Sergeant Eric Estrada of the Texas Department of Public Safety. He killed his grandmother before heading to the school with 2 military-style rifles he had purchased on his birthday, Gutierrez said. "That was the first thing he did on his 18th birthday," he said. Officials did not immediately reveal a motive, but the governor identified the assailant as Salvador Ramos and said he was a resident of the community about 85 miles, 135 kilometers, west of San Antonio. A Border Patrol agent who was working nearby when the shooting began rushed into the school without waiting for backup and shot and killed the gunman, who was behind a barricade, according to a law enforcement official speaking on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to talk about it. The agent was wounded but able to walk out of the school, the law enforcement source said. The school district's police chief, Pete Arredondo, said that the attacker acted alone. It was not immediately clear how many people were wounded, but Arredondo said there were several injuries. Earlier, Uvalde Memorial Hospital said 13 children were taken there. Another hospital reported a 66-year-old woman was in critical condition. Robb Elementary School has an enrollment of just under 600 students, and Arredondo said it serves students in the 2nd, 3rd and 4th grade. He did not provide ages of the children who were shot. This was the school's last week of classes before summer break. Heavily armed law enforcement officers swarmed to the school, with officers in tactical vests diverting traffic and FBI agents coming and going from the building. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said President Joe Biden was briefed on the shooting on Air Force One as he returned from a 5-day trip to Asia. Biden was scheduled to deliver remarks Tuesday evening at the White House. Uvalde, home to about 16,000 people, is about 75 miles, 120 kilometers, from the border with Mexico. Robb Elementary is in a mostly residential neighborhood of modest homes. The tragedy in Uvalde was the deadliest school shooting in Texas history, and added to a grim tally of mass shootings in the state that has been among the deadliest in the U.S. over the past 5 years.